Hello, students. I hope that you're having a great day. This video is going to be about all things Learning Lab. The Smithsonian Learning Lab is a great way to look at primary sources from different historical periods. Let's take a look at the objective for today's video. We will be looking at some of the functions and features available to us while searching in the Learning Lab. I will model a search and then show you how to create a collection of 5 to 7 saved resources that can eventually be shared with your peers. So let's dive into the Learning Lab. So what you'll need to do first is make sure that you're signed in. So you'll have to go up to the top right corner to this little Smithsonian sun. And once you've done that, you can search for what you're looking for. So today I'm interested in looking for resources related to the civil rights movement. So I'm going to type civil rights movement into the search bar and wait for the results. You'll see that I have about 870 results. That is a lot, right? That can be overwhelming. So what I'll need to do is filter out using the left sidebar. So what I can do is I can remove results that aren't images. So I'll click on the image showing that I want only results that are images. I'll only want results that are from the National Museum of African American History and Culture. And I'll only want results from the National Museum of American History. I only want to look at results that are from the 1960s and the 1950s. And I think that's it for today with the filters that I will apply. But you could also filter results based on the place where they were created, the culture that they represent, and also the resources characteristics. For example, if it's public domain or if it's audio, does it include a transcription? So I'm going to update my search, and you'll see that I have 296 different resources. So what I want to do is I want to click on different resources and read the descriptions and a little bit more about each of the different resources. But once I've found something, or if I see something that I think would be useful for my collection, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to favorite it. So I'll want to hit that heart, and then once it's favorited, it'll show up red. So these are three images that I favorited. If you look at this one, it's clear it's not favorited. So once I've favorited about 5 to 7 different resources that I think would make a good collection to tell the story of the civil rights, right, to at least define what the civil rights means to me, I'll go up to collections. I'll create a new collection. For example, I want one that says the civil rights movement. So I'll type in the civil rights movement. You can write a short description. I'm going to omit that for today and hit start collection. What you'll do is then you'll be able to add resources to the collection. So you can search, you can go to my resources that you've added personally, you can upload, you could add a standalone tool, which we'll come back to in just a second. But I want to add from my favorites. So I'll click through 6 different images or resources that I want to add. I'll add them to my collection, and now here they are. So again, what I can do then is add another resource, and then I want to add a standalone feature. This is something that is optional, but would help tell your narrative or tell the story that you're trying to convey a little bit easier, right? You can add information or text. You could make it interactive, and you could add quiz questions or a sorting activity with the different resources that you've gathered. You could also add a canvas and put digital art into your collection. So you could take this collection and essentially turn it into a digital museum exhibit if you want to. Those are just some of the different things that you can do with a collection. And then once you're done, you'll save it. You'll say, yes, I'm done. And then you can publish the collection. And that's when it becomes public and other people can see it. So you'll want to wait until you are just about done. You can edit published collections, but you'll probably want it to be viewer ready at that point. So that is the basics of the Smithsonian Learning Lab. We learned how to complete a search and filter a search, and we also looked at creating a collection from favorited resources. I hope that you enjoyed learning about the Smithsonian Learning Lab, and happy curating.